This is going to sound crazy, but I don't want my children back.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maomi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are looking at a woman who says she lost custody of her kids and she doesn't want them back. Now she came online to explain her situation, so we're going to check out what she had to say, what exactly happened. We're going to also check out what people have to say about her story, and then I'll come back to share my thoughts. Now if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now let's get into this video.
This is going to sound crazy, but I don't want my children back. It's not because I don't love them. I love them so much. I love them wholeheartedly. I love them beyond comprehension. But I don't want my children back. And I feel like I had to come over here because you guys are so sweet. And my DMs and my comments giving me reassurance that, oh, they're going to come back. They're going to, everything's going to work out and stuff like that. And I believe you. Like, everything is going to work out. However, I don't want them children back. And it's not because I don't want to take care of them or anything like that. I love taking care of them. I love raising them, but I don't want them back for another set of reasons. One, I don't have a support system. I have been raising these children with no support system. And when I say no support system, I'm not even joking. I don't have an emergency contact. When I take them to the doctor, I don't have an emergency contact. I don't have friends. I don't have family. I don't have, like, I take care of everything by myself.
That's
I
dangerous.
don't have that. Okay? So that's one. Imagine me, one person, taking care of 3 children by myself with no support system, not even for an emergency contact. That's one. Second, I was manipulated into having my children. I was 9 months pregnant on my 21st birthday, and their dad was 33. Granted, I knew he was 32. I knew he was 12 years older than me when I met him. Or at least, like, in getting to know him, I knew he was 12 years older than me. But at 19 years old, I did not have the mental capacity and understanding to assess and realize that I was being manipulated into having children prior than I wanted to. So it was never my plan to have children at the age of 21. My plan was to finish college and go to law school. And by the time I got my bachelor's degree, my son was 6 months old. And I found myself, like, putting off law school because I didn't want anybody else to raise him. I was manipulated into having those children. Third, which kind of goes with the second one, is one of the ways that this man manipulated me into having these children was using the whole line that, oh my gosh, she's the only person with his last name, and if he dies, the last name's going to go with him. I don't know why that was enough. But then again, I was extremely naive at the time. I was coming from so much abuse, so much trauma. I didn't know up from down, sky to ground, like whatever. So he was able to use that. And with that being said, I feel like if you want to continue your legacy, if you want to prolong your legacy, then take care of the children. Because over the last however long, this man have not contributed an increment of energy towards the well-being of the boys. Like, no financial support, no physical support, no nothing. But he wanted those children to be able to prolong his legacy. Why would I continue the legacy of a deadbeat? The only like not like I don't even want to deal with this man, because right now he is on my phone. He's playing on my phone. I don't even know why he's playing on my phone, because, like, you have the children. You wanted the children. I took them to you. You have their birth certificate. You have their social. You have them physically. There is no reason why you should be playing on my phone, but you're playing on my phone. Because at the end of the day, it was never about you having the children. It was about you having access to me. It was about you being able to get in contact with me. And I don't have time for that. Because this man is abusive. He's not physically abusive, because I beat his ass. I fight back. But He realized early on in the relationship that I had been through a lot, but I wasn't one of those people that went through a lot of stuff and became cold. I went through a lot of stuff and then grew in empathy. So because of that, my ability to empathize have been used as a weapon against me since the time that I met this man. Because one of the ways that he used it in the beginning was to use his mother's death as a way to connect. So I went as far as to even ask, like, because when I say I don't want to deal with this man anymore, like, I've been trying to erase any type of connection that we may have. Of course, I can't erase the children, but anything else I've been trying to erase. I set boundaries. I block him. He find ways to get on my stuff. I, at some point, thought about signing my rights over just so I never had to communicate with this man ever again.
Is it that bad?
And I told the judge that. I told the judge that because I am not going to change who I am for anybody. I am not going to harden my heart because someone like this want to try to weaponize my empathy or want to try to weaponize the fact that I have compassion. So I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to harden. So I will just remove your access. So yeah, no, I don't want them children back. Like, I love my children. They will never need for anything. But the only way that I will go back to raising my children and in a way that makes sense to me is if one, I never have to interact with this man again. 2, I changed the children's last name.
So this lady just said that she was happy that she lost custody of her kids because the man that she was with was a manipulator, and also she didn't have a support team. So this girl was 3 kids in and said, I no longer want to take care of these children anymore because I have no support team and I have no help. So I'm just going to give my custody away and give them to the father. So all the women come in the comment and are like, oh, let's normalize this. The daddy's getting the kids. Bitch, so you telling me you had 3 kids? You didn't know after the first child that you did not have a support team behind you? Now, if you and your dude was together, the baby father was together, I understand that and I get that. But my thing is, women, y'all need to start taking responsibilities for the simple fact that you knew you had no support team behind you. Why would you continuously keep having children? Y'all need to start thinking smarter. If you know that financially you are not financially stable, and you know that you don't have no babysitting, you stop having all these damn kids. Because at the end of the day, the kids are the ones that suffer from it. I would be so hurt if my mama came online and said, I am so glad that I lost custody of my kids because I had no support team and because their father was a manipulator. There is nothing wrong with joint custody. There is nothing wrong with, hey, I'll get the kids on these days. Just make sure you're getting your kids. Like, I understand wanting to give your kids to their father. Sometimes, shit, I be wanting to do the same thing. But at the end of the day, I take accountability and I take responsibility for the simple fact that I laid down and had these kids. I knew what my situation was before I even had them kids. Before I even laid down and made them, I knew I didn't have a support team. I knew financially I couldn't take care of them. I knew all of these things, but yet and still, I still had these kids. And now I'm going to blame my child father for the simple fact of that was a mistake that I made. You let that man do that to you 3 times. By the first one, you should have been knew what it was.
Listen to this. It's not crazy, but I don't want my children back. It's not because I don't love them. I love them so much. I love them wholeheartedly. I love them beyond comprehension. But I don't want my children back. And I feel like I had to come over here because you guys are so sweet. And my DMs and my comments giving me reassurance.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call a deadbeat mother. And then she said that she had other women in her DMs reassuring her. Those are other deadbeat moms. Like, what are we doing? Women won't hold other women accountable for nothing. And that's a problem. Now, let's remember, the internet lives forever and her kids will and have to see this. Remember that.
It's going to sound crazy, but I don't want my children back. It's not because I don't love them. I love them so much. I love them wholeheartedly. I love them beyond comprehension. But I don't want my children back. And I feel like I had to come over here because you guys are so sweet. And my DMs and my comments giving me reassurance that, oh,
to hear this come from a mother is so sad. My mother raised 3 boys by herself while putting herself in nursing school, and she gave it her all, and then she did a pretty good job with me and my brothers. My oldest brother is a nurse. I was a nurse, and then I went back to school, and now I'm a nurse practitioner. And then my youngest brother is a truck driver, and he also has a welding certificate. And it is so disheartening to hear a mother say she don't want her kids back. And when kids are young, they don't understand. They're gonna probably cry themselves to sleep and say, where is mommy? Why doesn't she want me? Did I do something wrong? And that is the saddest thing that I can ever think of. And I don't understand why people take bringing children into this world for granted, because it's the most beautiful experience if you do it right, because they didn't ask to be here, and it's our jobs to make them feel comfortable in an uncomfortable world.
I can't believe what the I just watched. I just can't believe it. I just saw a video where a mom was saying she lost custody and she doesn't want her kids back. She's listing all these reasons why she doesn't want them back. Says she came from trauma. Said she was manipulated by the man she dated that was 12 years older than her. And the comments are full of other women praising her, saying dads do it all the time. She mentioned she didn't have a support system. Mentioned all these things. Being that I am a childhood trauma survivor, yes, I created a support system because I didn't have one. And I did raise my kids with my husband. That's not lost on me. However, I do not understand how we are in a day and age where mothers can abandon their children and take zero accountability, talk about their dreams and aspirations and all the shit that they went through and why they made the poor decisions they made while they're repeating the cycle. Are we in a twilight zone? What's wrong with people? Help me understand. Because this is foul that those kids now will be traumatized and you abandon them. A lady came up on my For You page and she said she lost custody of her kids and she ain't mad about it. She don't even want them back. And once I watched the video, I understood exactly what she meant, and I ain't mad at her. Because what she said was that at 21, she was manipulated by a man to lay down and have all of these babies. And we all know manipulation is real. I know people preach, oh, you should have saw the red flags and this, that, and the other. Sometimes the flags don't come out until after you start having these kids.
True.
But he fought her for those children, and he won full custody of the kids, and now he pissed about it. But that's what you asked for, Bookie Butt. You didn't realize it was hard. And then she went to explaining she doesn't have a support system. She has no emergency contact. She is her emergency contact. Could you imagine raising 3 kids and you have nobody to call on when your children are sick, when you are sick? It has to be difficult. So for a man to fight you in court and say, I want my kids, get the kids, and now you mad, make it make sense. She say, I don't want her back, not because I want to go out and party and do this and do that. It's just, this is what you asked for. I don't have no help over here. But because I've disconnected the access that you have for me, you mad. And a lot of these baby daddies, that's all they want. They'll swear up and down, oh, I want my kids and this and that. No, you want to get on my phone and aggravate me. And that's what she said he been doing. He always on her phone, blowing her up, all kind of craziness, because he mad now he got the kids that he asked for. Let's normalize these children going to stay with their damn daddy. Let's normalize letting these daddies be full-time fathers. Because most of the time, it's always the women being stuck. And I hate to use the word stuck when it comes down to children. Because as women, you choose to have your kids. But let's make 2 + 2 = 4. You end up being stuck with them, stuck doing the job 24/7 while they only be doing the job part-time. Send them kids to their damn daddy. Fuck it.
Into having children prior.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. Listen, y'all. The gig is up. I have never, ever seen women truly take responsibility and accountability for the things that they do. So wait a minute. You telling me you can bust it open for a real one. You can get into a relationship, but you can't take accountability for having children at 21 years old? So you can go and get a job. You can sign up for the army if you want to. You can get into the military. You can go overseas. You can choose to eliminate babies out of your body. You can do all of this stuff. But then we always got to go into the, oh, no, no, no. It was narcissistic, manipulation, all of this stuff, right? Everybody is being manipulated all of a sudden in order to have kids. I'm just, you ain't got no friends. Nobody likes you. Nobody is kicking it with you. So you go over to the internet so that you can get a support system from the comments. And then she's saying kids, S, plural, more than one. So you was manipulated multiple different times, but you didn't have the capacity to be able to make a decision of whether or not you should. At 22 years old, I got married. 22 years old. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. I knew that I did not want to have children out of wedlock. I knew it was a possibility that I didn't want to have children at all. And so I was very intentional with it.
So we've seen what exactly happened. We've seen her share a story. We've seen what people said about it. I would love to hear your own thoughts about the whole situation. So please leave your comment in the comment section. Now, after people reacted to a video, I think a lot of people were calling her out. People called her a bad mother. People said all sorts of things. So she came back with another video to explain some of the things that people might not have gotten from the first video.
It's comical watching y'all talk about how bad of a mother I am, because I said that I don't want my children back the way that things were. And what's funny is a lot of you guys don't even, and it goes to show, because as much as I want to explain and I want to give details, I also don't. Not necessarily because I feel like some of you would understand, but I feel like for the majority of the hate that I'm getting, or the majority of the negativity, like, y'all are committed to misunderstanding me. You are committed to the narrative that you already put in your mind from the first 5, 10, maybe a minute of my video. Because if you watch the video in its entirety, you would get a better understanding than the comments that you guys are putting on there. So as much as I want to explain, because at the end of the day, I know who I am. I'm not explaining because I need you guys to think that I'm a good mother. I'm not explaining because I want validation for this or that. I know who I am. I have lived this day in and day out for the last 10 years. I know what I do. I know what I don't do. I know how I treat my children. I know how I don't treat my children. I know how dedicated I am to motherhood and my children. And I still stand on my statement. Like, when I made my statement, I didn't make my statement like, oh my gosh, I don't want my children, let me go give them to somebody else. I was forced to give my children to their father. I was court ordered to give my children to their father. My children don't like conflict. My boys do not like conflict, to the point where they begged their father to stop with the whole court things that he was doing, to stop with sending cops to my house and regularly trying to do a well-being check, to stop, because this man called Department of Children's Services on me and accused me of abuse. Like, my children literally cry in situations of high.
Now, in the second video, she was talking about the fact that she has 20% custody. She also talked about the fact that she has a last kid with her, which is a girl. So the children that she lost custody of are the 2 boys that she had with her ex. Now, she's with the daughter because the daughter has another father apart from the boys. She also talked about the fact that she lost custody because she relocated to another state, and there was like a stipulation that if she moves or something, she will have to lose custody, or maybe have to pay a fine or go to jail or something like that. So she just tried to tell people that it's not as if that she's a bad mother, but she couldn't handle a lot of things. Now, when I was listening to her, if everything that she said is true, there were some things that I did not think was necessary. Now she was talking about legacy. That the man was saying that he doesn't have anybody that will take his name, that will carry on his last name. That so that that was part of the reasons why she decided to get pregnant at that young age. And she also used the excuse of the fact that she was very young at that time when she met him, and he probably manipulated her this because of the fact that he was 12 years older than her. Now, she was saying that if she's going to accept full custody of the boys, that she would want to change their names, their last name. And I don't think that's necessary, in my own opinion. You're not saying that you want to get full custody so that, okay, the children will come back with you. I know she's saying that she doesn't want to have any interaction with the guy because she feels like he's going to try and manipulate her. And I get that part, because if you are a particular way and you know this person is a very manipulative way, and you know that you are more likely to be manipulated and you don't want to be manipulated, the best thing for you is to grey rock. That's separate yourself completely from that person. So I understand why she doesn't want to have any interaction with him. There are ways where she can be taking the kids or whatever without having any interaction with him. But as co-parents, you are still going to have to talk about some things. You're going to have to talk about the school. You're going to have to talk about feeding. You're going to talk about medicals and the rest. So that complete grey rocking is not possible for co-parents, and she doesn't want to have any interaction with him. And there is no how she's going to co-parent with him without having any interaction. So some of the things that she's just mentioning, I think that she thinks that it's an ideal situation for her, but it's not going to happen. So instead of just saying, oh, she doesn't want custody of the kids, she doesn't want to have so much interaction with him, yes, there can be ways where she can, I think, find a way to maneuver the whole thing, that she'll be at a state where she's able to handle him, and she will reduce some of the things that she feels like he can do to her. Now she's saying that he's always blowing up her phone. I don't know, maybe she can have the courts call him or something. I don't know. There has to be a way to restrict his interaction with her. She might just have to, she can't really block him because he's with the kids and they might need her. So I don't know, she might have to put him in his place. She might have to be firm. She said she didn't want to change her behavior, but with him, she might have to change her behavior if she wants to be in the best mental state for even her daughter that is with her. Now, she also talked about the fact that she doesn't have any emergency contact. I don't know why he is not an emergency contact. It's supposed to be at least one of the persons, because they have two kids together. They have two boys together. So I don't get it. Now, she says she doesn't have any support system. She doesn't have any friends. She doesn't have any family. I don't know. It's possible. Maybe she's an introvert. Maybe her family is in another country and she's the only one in the US. That is a possibility for such people. And I really want her to like go out and purposely look for support system. Let her interact with people. Let her join a club. Let her get close to someone who truly likes her for her, who is truly supportive. She has to find, she cannot just be the only one. It's not safe for herself, and it's not safe for her daughter, because that's not something that I'm just foreseeing problems happening, and it's not a good thing in my own opinion. So I hope she doesn't just go on the internet, because the internet cannot be your support system. It cannot be your emergency contact. You need physical person that is going to be bothered about you, because anything can happen. And if the guy that she had the two kids with and two boys with is not a responsible person or reliable person. She needs somebody that is more reliable, at least 2 or 3, and that is my own opinion. Anyway, and this, I wish her all the best. I hope she's able to find a balance to how she's going to interact with the baby daddy, and I hope she's able to settle this custody issue, and also I hope she's able to work on herself. With the whole accountability manipulation into having kids, I think people are right in saying that she's supposed to take at least part accountability for getting pregnant twice for him. She cannot just say he manipulated it. Which way, I wish her all the best. I hope she's able to settle the whole issue, and I hope she gets to a place where she feels like she can have more custody of the boys, because I feel like it's not a good thing to just say that you don't want them back just because of their father. I don't know. Anyway, that's my thought about the whole situation. I would love to hear what you think about it. Do you think she's right in saying that she doesn't want custody of the 2 boys? Do you think that she's a bad mother for saying it? Or do you think that she has valid reasons for not wanting to have so much interaction with the baby daddy? I would love to hear what you think. So please leave your comment in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.